Hey, Wilson, come on in here, man.
What's up,
Sitting
man?
here watching Beach Hunters, man. Hey, this episode was filmed a long time ago because they were looking at beachfront property and it's actually really nice. It's like 200K. Kind of ridiculous, right?
That's insane.
Where can you get any decent house for 200K these days? Anyways, I'm up here watching TV, man. Check it out. I got a fan on, I got lights on, TV's on, surround sound systems on. I'm talking about all of this because I got something to show you. But since you brought all your friends with you, let me welcome them. Welcome to New Stuff TV, the Untechnical Tech Channel. I'm your host, Antoine, Mr. Electricity All the Time, Richardson. Did I do that right, Wilson?
It's kind of.
I'm gonna do it again.
All right.
Welcome to New Stuff TV. I'm your host, Antoine, Electricity All the Time, Richardson. Because today we're gonna be talking about the Anker Solix F3800. Wilson, I am super excited about this because it's the Anker Solix F3800, and that means we got power. I got power up above, I got power on the TV, and my wife is in there actually working right now. I'm gonna turn these lights off, and I'm gonna go show you the F3800 in action. Well, you're kind of seeing it in action because the lights are on, but I wanna go show you the actual units themselves because I have two sets. See, here's the thing. Back in May, we had a power outage. It's because a tornado blew through the hood. Let me turn these lights on just so I can brag. I got power. Power. Okay, so about, I don't know, it was like May. We had a tornado come through. It didn't hit our house, but it did a lot of damage. And our power went out for like 3 days. And because of that, we were just stuck. I was actually in LA. My wife was here. And for that first day, she was kind of, put out without power. And that got me because I did not like the fact that I was not able to help my wife in that particular circumstance. So I started looking at stuff, right? And I called up Anchorman. I was like, hey, Anchorman, what do you have that can help me out? Because I don't want to do a generator setup. Look, man, generators are great, but they come with their caveats, like the noise. I can't deal with the freaking noise of a generator all the time when the power's out. And then you got to go refill them. And a lot of times, if the power's out, there's no gas because the gas pumps don't work. They're like, just all kinds of issues with a generator. I did not want to go that route. So Anchorman was like, look, we got this F3800. It's basically a plug and play home power management system if you want to do it like that. It's actually a standalone unit. So this is the one Anker Solix actually sent over here for me. And I ended up purchasing, because I liked it so much, I ended up purchasing another set. And I'm gonna show you how all this stuff runs. So you got your standalone unit right here. I'm gonna lift this up so you can see. Oh my God, that's heavy. That is it right there. You got that, Wilson?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna put that expansion pack down because you can purchase expansion packs. Each Solix F3800 can add up to 6 expansion packs, which basically doubles the power you got here. And then you double it again. So you can do that, but then you can hook up another F3800 and then you can double up again by getting 6 more expansion packs. For me in my situation, I feel like I only needed two F3800s because I'm running my air conditioner on the F3800. One can power your air conditioner, but one has a lot of trouble starting your air conditioner because it needs a lot of that amperage to get started. So 2 plus a soft start. You gotta have a soft start. That would actually help things get started and run. But basically right now, Wilson, my house is actually running off of these 2 batteries right here. Did you even catch that?
No, that's pretty cool.
Dude, I'm not running off the grid power right now. I've got both of these hooked up in unison. They are running off of themselves and they are recharging themselves via solar energy because I have some standalone solar panels on the side of the house. Did you see Raglan come out here? Let's go find Raglan real quick. I think Raglan, I opened the garage. I hope he didn't run off. He knows where the good snacks are. Oh, he's trying to get in the pool. Oh, speaking of the pool pump is running. You see the water fountain over there?
Let me go around.
It's actually running, right?
Oh yeah.
So literally the whole entire house is running. So let me show you how this works, man. So once you get everything set up, and I advise you to get an electrician to do this because, yeah, that's just too much for me. I would have spent like 30 trips to Home Depot and $10,000 worth of purchasing the tools and equipment or the wire and stuff to get all the stuff they already have. So basically, they go in here, they rewire everything. You have to get a sub panel. This is my existing breaker panel. And then they get a sub panel. And you basically move over all your emergency circuits that you want to keep in an emergency power outage, right? And that's why I got this thing. It was to actually have in case of a power outage, because it was a backup system, kind of like a generator. But then I realized once you add this home power panel, you can actually have this servicing your house all year round. So then you can get some of that money back that you've already spent on it, and it doubles as a home emergency backup power situation. So we moved all of our emergency circuits over here, which is literally the whole house except for the washer and dryer. Because if you're only limited to 100 amps. And so if the AC is running and you run that dryer, you run the risk of snapping that amp or snapping that breaker. So we got the air conditioner and literally everything in the house except for the washer and dryer connected to this. Well, it's really this. And then this is powering everything up. Now, I've kind of given you a small tour. We'll walk through the house a little bit more to let you know what I'm running, because I did tell you the whole house. But let me show you on my screen sharing deal right here how all this stuff looks. Where's the screen sharing thing? All right, let's get that. And 3, 2, 1, and boom. You see my house right there, Wilson? That's cool. Look, you can see the electricity coming from the grid. I'm not getting that much power from the grid, or not the grid, but the solar panels. They're on the side right there on the left-hand side. I'm not getting that much power because the sun is actually in a weird spot, but it's going into the F3800, and then that energy is being moved into the home power panel, and then that energy is being moved to my circuits where I need them. Now, if you look over here on this panel right here on this screen, you can see what's happening, right? I'm getting 315 watts worth of solar energy out of this one, and then I'm getting 307 watts worth of solar energy out of that one. And you can see this one is putting out 1027. This one's putting out 1024. That means, and it says right here on the app, that my house is using 206 kilowatts, 0 from the grid, and all of it is coming from the Solix F3800. That's what's up. Let me click this right here. So you can see both battery banks are working in unison, just powering up this whole freaking house. Now this is cool because you can actually program this thing to run how you want it. So what I've done, I've kind of tricked it for this particular video, but let me see, where's Raylan? Raylan, where you at? Raylan? Ah, he was on the side of the house peeing. Get over here, man. You're making me nervous. You better not be running out in the streets. Get over here. You know where the good snacks are. You better not run off nowhere. Zeetzen, sit right there. Anyways, whatever. So I've kind of tricked the system because I'm doing a video right now. But typically, I have it set to where from midnight to 6 a.m., it is recharging the batteries from the grid, okay? So the batteries are usually at about 40, 50% by then, but from midnight to 6 a.m., they're recharging from the grid. Then from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m., I'm using all battery power, baby. All battery power. That's a lot of power, ain't it, Wilson?
That is a lot.
And you know I can still expand to 5 more battery packs on each side.
Oh my God.
For a total of 12 on each. That's ridiculous. But then I have it to where I have these solar panels on the side, which we'll go visit in just a moment. But typically, I have it here, it's different, but typically at 2 o'clock, that's when it stops powering my house. These stop powering my house, and then the grid power starts to come in, but then it's recharging via solar. And by the time the sun goes down, we're up to about 40, sometimes even 52%. And that means at midnight, the grid will start charging the batteries up again from 50%, which effectively means I'm getting quite a bit of free electricity. Well, I'm getting it from the sun, right? So yeah, that's it. But yeah, that's how this thing works. Now, the reason why I haven't gone into detail about all the ins and outs of this thing is because there's a ton of videos on it where people go into real detail about how this thing actually functions as far as like what you can do with it. It can be a standalone unit. Matter of fact, let me just wheel this around real quick. Let me just show you. Raylan, you got to get out the way. You can't park there, man. Raylan, you can't park there. Open. Aus. Okay. So Wilson, if you come around the side here, you'll see a standalone unit. You got all your AC outputs right there. You got a 120 and 240. Got your generator plug right there. And then you got your front panel where you have your USB-Cs right here, just like a standard battery bank. You got your USB-As, you got your car socket, You got an information panel right there. And if you scoot back on this side, I'll show you some other things. Over here, this is where you plug it into the home power panel. As you can see, this is your connection to the expansion pack, but this is where I plug in the solar. This is an XT60 connection, and you can do grid tied solar if you want to, but I don't have that because I just didn't want to go through all the hoops that you have to go through in order to get grid solar or grid tied solar. So I just decided to do my own little solar farm, and I ran some cables out there. I'm not done with the setup. We're gonna go see that next. So I've done it the XT60 way, which is plugging it in right there. And you saw how much power I was getting out of there. So let's go see that, and then we'll take a tour to see what's running from the house. So let me close my garage doors. Let's go out here to my little solar farm. By the way, look, dude, check this out, man. We got power everywhere. Okay, we got a TV out here, got the fans going up there. You see the fan, man?
Yeah.
Dude, the pool's running, the AC's running. Oh, what do you want to see first? More things that are running, or you want to see the solar farm?
See the solar farm.
Let's go see the solar farm. All right, come on, Raylan, let's go see the solar farm. He wants to get in that pool so bad. Ouse. You're not getting in the pool. No, not right now. Screw it, he's in the pool. Okay, you can get in. Anyhow, so my racks just came in this past weekend. That's why I wanted to go ahead and start doing this video, but I am not done with this. This is really just the beginning. Like I said, I did not want to go through the trouble of having grid tied solar because it's super stupid expensive, man. And this was just an easier route for me to take. Aftermarket, I purchased these 400 watt solar panels, and I've got 2 on each F3800. And what I plan on doing now, they're angled pretty good to catch enough sun. So peak day, I'm getting about 550 watts per 2. And so that's 1100 watts total, right? So that's enough to feed the F3800 to elongate that discharge time so they don't, so they don't drain so fast. And then again, it also recharges them at 2 o'clock when they're set to recharge via solar. But what I plan on doing here is, you can see I've got my cables right here. I'm gonna go ahead and run some conduit underground so I can have my cables coming out from the conduit. And then I will, on top of that, put some pavers down because these are bifacial. That means they get sun, they get energy from both sides. I'm gonna put some like almost white, really bright pavers down. That way we get a little reflection out of there and make everything nice and flat, and it's gonna look good over there. So that's my solar farm. Now, if we come back, there's my neighbor's dog barking because I'm disturbing them, I guess. Raylan, are you getting in the pool or what? Okay. You get in? Okay. Well, fine. Just sit there and look at me crazy if you want to. But right now, let me see here. What do you want to see? Let me see. Let's go in here, man. I'm going to show you that in a power outage, everything will run, including the air conditioner. Because it is nice and cool in here, right, Wilson?
Oh, yeah.
Feels good in here.
Oh, yeah.
Got the fans going. The entire kitchen is lit up and functional. And I'm gonna tell you why I did this. I think I started to tell you earlier. So the dishwasher is actually running right now. I don't wanna open it up because it's actually drying the dishes, but everything is functional in the house. And this is the reason why I did this. I started telling you about how that tornado blew through, left my wife kind of stuck out without me in the dark. And I was fed up after that. I was sick of it. But then 30 days after, when a lot of people were still just picking up the pieces from that tornado, Hurricane Beryl shot through here, knocked out our power for another 3 days. And at that point, I was just done, sick and tired and being just fed up with, dude, I live in Houston. And it's not a matter of if you're gonna lose power, it's a matter of when you're gonna lose power. And our grid system is just, I don't know what's wrong with it. So it's always going out. And with that hooked up, if the power goes out, that smart panel automatically kicks on. It's like you know how you have your computer battery backups, Wilson?
Oh, yeah. The UPSs?
Yeah, it's like an UPS for your house. So it literally performs just like that. And we're talking as soon as the grid power goes out, there might, maybe be a flicker of the lights. No, the clocks don't even reset. That's how fast it happens. And then your power is just going. And there's actually been one time the power went off for like, I don't know, 5 minutes. We didn't know. Our neighbors were texting us, asking us if the power had gone out. That's how seamless it is. We lost power and didn't even know the power was out because the Anker Solix F3800 had kicked in. And like I said, after that tornado and my wife being stuck out, and then 30 days later being stuck without electricity for another 3 or 4 days, I was done. There was no way I was leaving my wife like that again. And yeah, so now I'm fully prepared for the next time there's a power outage. So yeah, I just want to share that story. And now I'm thinking about it, man, because my wife, dude, you're married.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, what if you left out of town and power goes out and your wife is just kind of stuck out there with no electricity? It's not the end of the world, but
I feel horrible about it.
yeah. And as a man, I was like, look, babe, this ain't never happening to you again. And it ain't gonna happen to us, but it's definitely not gonna happen to you again. And I ain't gonna leave you like that. And I wanted something that she could actually operate. And in this case, she doesn't have to operate anything. In fact, I can control it from afar because the Wi-Fi is still gonna work because there's electricity. Whereas if we had a generator or something like that, then she's got to be responsible for getting that bad boy started. And then she's got to be responsible for maintenance and stuff while it's running, like maybe oil or fuel or something like that. I don't want my wife messing with stuff like that. Either way, I'm not an expert in this kind of stuff. But what I do know is I ain't got to worry about electricity no more in a power outage. And because I'm using the Anker Solix F3800 system, I actually get to use it year round. So it kind of pays for itself in a sense. So yeah, man, I'm feeling pretty good about it, man. Wilson, you got any questions?
Oh, man, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system.
Pretty cool setup, man. I could not be happier with the setup. Now, y'all keep being good to each other, and I'll see you when I see you.